Hello students, hope you are all doing good in your holidays. Hope you are having a good time. Here in the fourth chapter, we have fourth chapter as refraction of light at curved surface. Till now we were discussing about acids and bases. The next topic that you have is refraction of light at curved surfaces. In your 9th standard, you learnt about refraction of light on plane surfaces. So in this 10th class, you shall learn about diffraction of light on curved surfaces. Now before going to the topic, have you ever seen what a watch repairer uses? Have you ever observed the glass which watch repairer uses? Try to touch it. It will be a magnifying glass. The magnifying glass will be thicker in the middle, thinner at the edge. So he is using some lens while repairing the watch. That lens is called convex lens. What is it called? Convex lens. You call it as magnifying glass. If you touch it, it will be thicker in the middle and thinner at the edges. I want you to do a small activity with me. What you do is, you take an empty glass, transparent one, take a small sheet of paper in which you draw an arrow of 4 cm length. Take this arrow, take this sheet and keep it behind the glass and observe from one end of other end of the glass. You will observe that the image has become diminished, it has become smaller. That is, you will get an erect and diminished image. Next time what you do is, you pour water into this glass, you will observe that the image gets reversed and enlarged. This is how it appears when you pour water. When you do not pour water, the image appears diminished like this. When you pour water, it appears enlarged and reversed like this. Now why this is happening? Let us look at what is happening with the top view. This is a glass top view of the arrow. This is the arrow. First, when it reaches this surface, it gets refracted. Once again it refracts. Here also, when it reaches the glass surface, it undergoes refraction. Outside it again undergoes refraction. So the size appears to be smaller. Like this way, it appears to be smaller. In the next case, what is happening is, this is, you are pouring water. Let us imagine that glass and water have same refractive index, although the refractive index is different. So keeping an arrow here, let us take two arrows, one passing through the center of curvature, one passing through the principal axis and other passing through the center of curvature like this. So you get a inverted and real image. Here you get a virtual image which is diminished. Here you get a real and inverted image. This is how you get a smaller image here, smaller and virtual image here, and here you get a inverted image. So that's about this topic, children. In the next part, you have about the terminology, that is the line passing through pole and center of curvature, that is called principal axis. Now any spherical surface must be having some center because it is taken from, it is a part of a sphere. So that point is called center of curvature. And the line passing through center of curvature and pole. What is this pole? Pole is the midpoint of the curved surface. It is the central point of the curved surface, that is called pole. The line passing through pole and center of curvature, that is called principal axis. Okay, in this class we shall discuss how the light ray gets refracted at curved surfaces. These two are convex surfaces and these two are concave surfaces. Let us see what happens. Whenever light ray travels from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Here also, whenever it moves from denser medium to rarer medium, it moves away, it bends away from the normal. Here again, for concave surfaces, let us observe, whenever light is moving from denser to rarer medium, it is bending away from the normal. Whenever light ray is moving from rarer medium to denser medium, it is bending towards the normal. So you have to remember one, this is true even in case of curved surfaces. That is, whenever light moves from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal, and whenever light moves from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. That is what you have to recollect here, remember and recollect. Okay, this is same in case of plane surfaces as well. Even in plane surfaces the same happens, same thing happens. Even for curved surfaces the same thing is happening. Now whenever you extend this rays, this point wherever the bent ray is meeting the principal axis, that point is called point of focus. Here this is called point of focus. In case of concave surfaces, you have to extend the arrow backside, that will give you focus. This point is point of focus, right. Now if you see some articles, whenever they are kept in water, for example if you are keeping lemon in a glass of water, what happens? It appears to be bigger in size. For example, let us say this is the lemon, this is the original lemon, but it appears bigger in size. Why does it appear bigger in sizes? Light ray that is coming from lemon, it undergoes refraction here. Okay, this is the normal, so it bends away from the normal. Our eyes cannot see the bent ray. Eyes appears, for eyes it appears as though the light ray is coming from this point. Similarly, if you draw like this for every other point, you see that the lemon is appearing bigger. Once again we will do this once again I will explain this. See here carefully. The lemon is actually here. Light from lemon, it bends and travels. This bent ray appears to be coming from here where there is no lemon. So if actually it appears as though it is coming from this point. So for our eyes it observes that this point is over here, this point is over here. So if you draw every point like that, the lemon appears to be bigger in size. This is why the lemon appears to be larger in size. Let us recollect what all we have discussed from the beginning. First is the watch repairer uses a magnifying lens. It is a convex lens which is thicker in the middle and thinner at the edges. Next we have discussed about the arrow activity. In the first case, if you take the arrow, it appears to be diminished in the glass without water. If you take water in the glass, you can see how the arrows move. One ray I am taking passing through center of curvature, so it will come out undeviated. Another ray I am taking passing through principal axis, that also comes undeviated. If you see the image, it is inverted and enlarged. In the first case, this is the arrow, it gets refracted twice, once over here, one more time over here it gets refracted. Here also if you take the other end, once it gets refracted here, again once again it gets refracted. So it appears, the image appears to be diminished. Okay, and this is a virtual image. In the second case what you are getting, that is a real image. Now next you are trying to see the refraction on curved surfaces. These two are convex surfaces, these two are concave surfaces. Whenever light moves from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Whenever it is moving from denser medium to rarer medium, it moves away from the normal. This dotted line indicates the normal, the line passing through center of curvature, that indicates the normal. Here also, whenever light moves from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. Whenever it moves from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. So that is what is about today's class. We also discussed about lemon activity. I told you how the lemon appears bigger. We shall continue in the next class.